All right, we're live.
We live. Look, we right back at you one more time. We told you we was coming back, right? We told you on TikTok we was coming back. We told you on Facebook we coming back. We told you on Instagram, look, we coming back. We here. The brothers Gordon is right back at you. Jeff Gordon fell asleep. He gone.
I can't find it on Facebook.
We'll get it
it's
up
on the In Brotherly Love page. Go to In Brotherly Love.
Put it on the world. Look, we right here at you. I'm talking to TikTok too. Look, we right here. We told you we was coming, and we right back. In Brotherly Love for another session. Look, come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come on up. Come on in. Come on in the room.
Everybody, come on in the room, folks. We're here. In Brotherly Love. We're doing it once again.
Jesus is my doctor, and he writes down all my scriptures, and he gives me all my medicine in my room. Yeah, man. I'm gonna hit you with the old Negro.
You hit him with the old
school. Get up in here.
You hit him with the hymnal.
We're gonna hit you with the hymnal.
You hit him with the hymnal. Oh my God.
Hit him with the old Negro spiritual. Let's populate. Let's get up here. Look, we got.
There we go. There we go. Come on in the room, folks. And Brotherly Love is live. Back at you one more again, baby.
We told you we was gonna bring a superstar to you tonight. We told you we was gonna bring a superstar, and we did that. So come on in here. My joint saying set up professional audio settings.
Wow, that's new.
I'm good to go though.
There you go, man. Do what you do, G-Dog.
We up in here. All right.
Let's go.
Right. Am I too loud? Am I talking too loud?
No, you good. You good.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, as I said, we right back at you with another episode of In Brotherly Love. We left you without a strong show to step to, but we right back on for you. We right back on, and we got a great show tonight. My name is J. Wendell Gordon. I'm co-host of the In Brotherly Love. I'm a dad, HBCU grad from the DMV and Morgan State University. And you know this, the biggest, the baddest, and the boldest. And we keep on going just like this. And I got next with me, my brothers.
This is Jeff Gordon stepping in right on time. Come on in. We back at you. We ready? And we back. We done rebooted this show. We got something new and exciting for you this time around. And we got this technology thing going. We're going to make all of this work together. Thank you very much for tuning in. Come on in, check us out. My name is Jeff Gordon. I'm a father. I'm a son. I'm an HBCU grad from the Hampton University, the standard of excellence. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Next in line is
the baby of the bunch. This is Jason S. The Voice Gordon. I am a graduate of the best HBCU known to man, home of your MVP, Madam Vice President Kamala Harris. None other than
Don't say that too loud.
Howard University, the Mecca of HBCUs. I am a graduate of Howard University. I am a dad. I am a husband. I am a father. I am a brother to these two gentlemen right here, and I'm glad to be black with you guys one more again.
All right, so look, that tips it off, that tops it off. Look, we're about to get into it tonight, ladies. Look, we by design, okay, yeah. By design, this was an intentional effort.
Yeah.
So don't shoot us.
Talk about an issue that you ladies have been talking about online on the internet. We want to bring this up, and we brought our relationship guru. Okay, we brought our expert, Sir Walter Maxfield Jones, in here tonight. So Walter Maxfield Jones, now you seen him at the burlesque shows in Baltimore. So y'all don't know about the burlesque shows.
Yeah, y'all don't know about that.
I don't know about the burlesque shows.
That's grown folks.
Oh, y'all haven't been to his burlesque shows?
Let me see.
Oh man!
Oh boy! Oh man!
Fumble! Flag on the play. Y'all got to know he's got one of the baddest burlesque shows that travels up and down the East Coast. We've been there.
Yeah.
And it gets hot and it gets funky. Okay, that's how he gets down. But not only has he done the burlesque show, he used to do Warm Wednesdays, one of the longest running poet slams, open mic nights in the Baltimore area, perhaps in the region. Jason's talking, but you're on mute, my brother. I hope you're not trying to tell me something. And
Nah.
in addition to that, you seen him recently on Ready for Love. And he got spun. He got spun a little bit, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
He got spun a little bit, and I was like, okay, AI, you know, he's one of my fraternity brothers. We players at the same chapter at Morgan State University. So we about to set some of these, we're not going to talk about Ready for Love tonight because he can't talk about, because some legal stuff, you know, you got the legal stuff that you always got to be conscious and aware of if you want to maintain your position.
Right.
He can't talk about Ready for Love, but he can talk about Love for Ready, okay? Love for Ready is what we're going to talk about.
Love for the ready.
Yeah. And so there was this viral video, Walt, and so we want to talk about that. So Walt, I want you to introduce yourself to our audience, our esteemed audience, our guests out here.
My name is Walter Maxfield.
I can't hear you, brother.
I can't hear you. Come on.
Can you not hear me?
No, we can't hear you, Walt.
Can you hear me?
I hear you now.
We can hear you now. I'm trying to get you guys.
I see you got a shirt button down showing that taco meat.
So I don't even got to
get it.
phone, but let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb before this thing starts to blow up. All right, I'm good to go. All right, so a couple of things, let's clear it up. It's a high energy paparazzi event, mostly spoken word poetry. It has some burlesque, it has some BDSM demonstration, but it's mostly spoken.
We don't know
erotic.
BDSM.
Wait, did you say BDSM?
BDSM demonstrations.
Demonstration?
A lot of audience participation. And you know, I host it. I do, you know, my hosting style is comedic. That's what that is. People are right now, the internet's buzzing saying that I'm throwing sexual orgies. I'm like, that's not what
I can't hear you very well.
I don't know why you can't hear me.
Get a
Man,
little closer to the computer.
You probably got one of them Samsung phones, man.
Man, don't hate on Android, brother.
You got an Android phone or something.
Can you hear me
Don't
better
hate
now?
on Android.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, we can hear you better now.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So anyway, so it's a high energy paparazzi event. That's that. Ready to love, not ready for love. And yeah, that's it, man. I'm just a regular guy, man. I'm just here to have fun.
Oh, it's not ready.
That's
What was I saying?
You
I
said
said
ready.
Ready for Love.
Yeah, you saying ready for love. It's ready
Okay,
to love.
cool. Then that's even better. We could talk about Ready for Love. We just can't talk about Ready to Love.
Love, and it's a high energy paparazzi event. And if you ever come, you'll love it. If I ever decide to do it again,
What?
fantastic.
Don't let them people change you, Walt.
I'm
Do
not
what
gonna
you
let.
do, brother.
It's just something that I haven't done it for a few years, and
Okay.
it was one of the things that I actually put behind me because I thought it might not be conducive to being in a relationship. You know, and I was really ready to settle down. So that's why.
How is BDSM?
How is it not conducive to you being in a relationship? Okay, go ahead,
Who
Jay.
you
You
supposed
got
to BDSM with?
I mean,
If you ain't relating with them, who you BDSMing with? Shit.
Right.
I wasn't
Look.
necessarily on doing the BDSM demonstrations, although it is in my repertoire.
Yeah, and it's a demonstration. That means we're gonna show you how to do it properly. You know, if you,
you gotta show on somebody, right?
yeah. And he'll teach you about all the safe words that you like to use, like, you know,
Pineapples.
people say pineapple, coconuts, you know, whatever.
Not coconut. That ain't gonna be a good one.
Rumpelstiltskin, whatever it is.
Oh Lord.
We don't know what it
to be
is.
back on the show. I'm happy to
But
be
check
back
this
on the
out.
show.
But check this out.
Last time I was with you guys, I had a great time.
Look,
And we glad to have you back.
yeah, we're really excited about your new, I'm not gonna say newfound stardom, because you've always been a superstar in the area, but we're excited to see that your platform is elevated and your profile is elevated. So the international public can get to know the person we call Sir Walter Maxfield Jones, okay?
Also, Warm Wednesdays was the longest running weekly open mic poetry venue in the country. Largest and longest running weekly open mic poetry venue in the country before I shut it down.
Longer than Love Jones? Before
What?
Love Jones?
Yeah, I started it before Love Jones, but when Love Jones came out, it blew up.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Well, look, Walt, we got you here because we got a little open video. It's this video that went viral, and I received it from a good friend of mine. And basically, it's this guy gave you a 3-minute segment of how he had this epiphany, as Jason said, found God and decided to atone for his past sins. And so we're going to lay that out for you, ladies and gentlemen. We want you all to take a look at this 3-minute video, and then we're going to have some discussion on it. Ladies, please participate. We want your participation. As you can see, we don't have any panel members.
Yeah.
And so we want you to participate in this, interactively online. And Jason's going to handle your questions, but we want to hear what you have to say to this bullshit that this dude was spewing out. So turn on that bullshit, Jason.
All right, here we go.
With this joker.
I get a lot of questions about how can he just walk away and leave and start a new family, get married.
We didn't ask you a goddamn thing.
And I was one of those guys that walked away
you gonna let that man
started over. And there's many reasons why, but take it from me. This is my reason why. A lot of times the woman that I was with was too much for me. She had too many, she had morals, she had character and integrity. I didn't have any of that. I didn't have a relationship with God. I didn't believe in God for a long time. So it was easy for me to just pick up and go. And I also relied more on my childhood instincts, my survival instincts. When I felt like you were getting too close to me and I wasn't the guy that you originally met, I would start ghosting and disappear, running away, hiding. I become quiet, I become silent. Now, the reason why I would move away, like I said, you were too much for me. You have morals, integrity, character. You wanted more than I wanted out of life. You wanted more than I thought I can possibly provide for you in life. It may not have been that much, but I just didn't think that deep enough inside myself to say, okay, I can be still. I can do this for. I couldn't. It was always flight for me. It was always, I'm out of here. But the reason why I chose another woman or to go start over, because she was the path of least resistance. I didn't want anybody to challenge me. I didn't want anybody to question me. I wanted to come and go as I pleased, and I found women that allowed me to do that. They were easy to please. They were easy to talk to. They wouldn't question me. If I left the house just like leaving, when I got ready to leave, she would question me. She would text, and I would be so angry and mean to her that she wouldn't text or anything or say anything anymore about that. And so I would keep her at a minimum. I would keep her under control. I would keep her not knowing. I would keep her unaware, which was very disrespectful. It was very rude. It was very cruel. But don't think just because a man leaves you and he starts another relationship or has a baby or even gets married, don't think that they're doing it because she's better than you. That's what a lot of y'all think that. That's not necessarily true. And in most cases, we do that. I left because she was less than you. And you were more than I was. So I wanted somebody that was less than me, somebody I can control, somebody I can dominate, somebody I can do what I wanted to do with, somebody I can come and go with, but that wasn't nice. That wasn't fair. It was real sick of me, and that's the way I thought for a very long time. It was easy for me to get women, but it was hard for me to keep women. I didn't have longevity, and I didn't have staying power. I told you, I was a piece of shit for a long time, and I have to admit those things. I'm on this journey. God put me on this journey. I didn't ever plan to talk about my narcissism. I didn't plan to talk about my weaknesses. I didn't plan to talk about how inept I was. I woke up one day last summer, and it happened. So I didn't even ask for it, but I kept my soul open. I kept my spirits open. And I started living a better life, start being nice to people, start being nice to myself, my kids and friends. And so my spirit and soul was open to the blessings, and that's how I received them. When I was mean, angry, disrespectful, dysfunctional, pissed off all the time, rude, my spirit and my soul was closed off. So just because a person leaves you for somebody else doesn't mean that they're better than you. Have a good day.
Man, who are you trying to apologize to?
Man, he just messed up my day.
Who are you trying to apologize to?
Look, these jokers, they kill me, man.
I don't even understand.
Me. They sit up here and they try to atone, right? Because they decided that they wanted to get next to God because they had these insecurities that they were born with that they just can't overcome. And now they sitting up here trying to be preachy. I remember Jeff used to be like that. Yeah. You.
How you gonna put that on me?
Because I'm gonna take you there.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Many of y'all may not know, and this is not to cast aspersions on my good brother, but he was once married, okay? And when he got married, man, he said, man, everybody should get married. It's the thing to do. Look, what's wrong with you? You need to settle down. You need to get married. Remember that, Jason? Did he ever hit you with that mess?
I was 16.
He ain't never hit you with it?
Nope.
Oh yeah, he was real preacher-fied about it. I think he had connected with God. He was on that same bullshit that Mr. Atonement was on. Hey, look, we didn't appreciate it,
but even
and we don't appreciate it now.
But look at you now running around trying to get married.
I ain't trying.
Oh, wait. Time out. That's the technical foul. Technical foul.
So what I'm saying is that
here's the
we
deal.
all look for that. We all
want to be married someday. I imagine
we all want to be married someday.
Anybody who's single wants to be married someday, right? So
look, I went through that. I went through that process, and I went through that process. But now at this point, you got, you once you go through marriage and you've been divorced, then you gotta work through that.
So let's get back to before we transition over to here. Are we gonna call that game, or was he a gump?
Is that game? Was he spitting game, or was he lame? That's what I want to know. Yeah. Whoa, what's up, man?
Trying to run game.
Huh?
It's a gump trying to run game.
Gump trying to run game.
Is he game? Is that game, or is he lame? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Like I said, it's a gump that's lame trying to run game. That's what it is.
Okay.
Because he's still trying to get some coochie off the shit.
In what way? In what way is he trying to still
to cash out on church booty?
Yeah.
Now he's like, I'm better now, and he's catering to women. That's not why he left you. And
right.
So like so he ain't done yet. Well, he still got some getting to do.
Yeah, he still got some getting to do.
In my opinion.
Like right now, he used to run through the whorehouse. Now he's trying to run through the church house.
But Jesus saves, right? Jesus saves. So now he could do it. He don't have to feel the need for atonement, because Jesus will forgive his sins. That's what I'm coming from, man.
I'll put it this way. I hope he's trying, but and I'll give him the benefit of the doubt for that, because now that I've been on television and things, you see all the opinions of people that don't know who you really are. So I'm going to give him some grace. However, he talked about he was moving the same way that he did when he was a child and running from things, and and a lot of it wasn't true. I shouldn't say it wasn't true. I think that he still needs to look a little deper and find more.
Yeah, because I don't want to take nothing from his journey, and it's great and wonderful, and I'm not going to say anything negative about him strengthening his relationship with the Lord.
Right.
I didn't hear anything about any professional help that he sought. Right. I didn't hear anything about that. So, and I'm not questioning his sincerity, because he did make it clear that what he's saying pertain to him. This is his story, okay?
Yeah.
This doesn't apply to everybody, but it applies to him. So Jason and Jeff, and even Walter, did it irritate? First of all, did it irritate you as much as it irritated me?
I'm gonna be honest.
Why?
I'll be honest with you and say no. It wasn't irritating. I'm gonna say yes. I am gonna agree that it was irritating, but it's just a matter of listening to somebody else's story, because I do believe that you have to heal from your past relationships before you can move forward. I've always believed I've believed in that ever since I got a little bit older. Once I got out of college, I felt that I needed to heal. There were some things that I did need to atone for. There were some things that I needed to atone for after leaving college. But he needed to heal. Do I think that he may have sought that healing? Maybe he found that healing when he had his relationship with God. But continuing to move forward and to continue to grow, but you do need to heal from your past before you move forward. That's how I feel.
I'm trying to understand all of this in one fell swoop, because in one case he's saying that he was a bad person. He's not even saying now he's a good person. He's actually saying he's a worse person, because the person that he chose was, in his opinion, less than the person that he's with.
Yeah, that was bad.
What are we talking about here? Why are we even having this discussion? You're saying
the women thought he was spitting game, man. They were
you're presenting males in a weak light. You're saying, hey, I went to pass the least resistance. Now I'm gonna tell you, we get caught up in a lot of stuff because we say we want to be like lions. We want to be like the wild kingdom. We want to be like the lion. The lions, the men are hunters. The men do this. But I'm here to tell you, ladies, hunters, lions do not go after the strongest one in the herd. Lions go after the weakest one.
Catch.
They go after the ones that they could catch. If you watch any Animal Kingdom show, the lion is not going after the biggest one in the herd. He's going after the babies, the littlest ones, or he's going after the weaker ones or the sick ones. So you don't want to be prey. And we're not really trying to be hunters. We want that woman that's going to help us be better together than we are by ourselves. Ooh. So I don't understand all of it.
Ooh.
So
say it again. Say it again.
Yeah, go ahead and say it again, Jeff.
Say that one more time for the people in the back.
I don't think they heard you.
We want the one that we are better together than we are by ourselves.
So you're better in combination than you are in competition. Because nowadays, what I notice is that it almost seems like it's a competition, and I don't understand why. If we're trying to date, why we're competing? We're not competing. We're supposed to be teammates. We're supposed to come together for the greater good of winning that championship.
Compliments. We're compliments.
Right. Correct.
Well, you agree with all this that my brothers are saying? It sounds pretty good, man. They might be on to something. What you think, Walt?
I feel like I wasted 3 minutes of my life listening to this dude.
And you ain't gonna get it back either.
Right.
You don't get it back.
Hey, look, and we took it from you, so we apologize.
We apologize for wasting your 3 minutes there, big brother.
The time that I'm spending with y'all is always a pleasure. I think ultimately his message was for women to don't blame themselves for a man cheating or a man leaving them. It's really his own personal issues on why he left, and nothing that his woman did. So don't be hard on yourselves, women, because some women may have a tendency to say, "What did I do wrong?" And his ultimate message is, you didn't do anything wrong. I was not ready for that.
That's what it boiled down to.
I hope that he gets professional
But that's not
help.
what I'm hearing. That's not what I'm hearing.
Fine. Listen, I hope that he gets professional help because he needs it. Right, because no, seriously. When I got married, the reason why I wanted to be with my wife is because she inspired me to be a better man.
Yes.
Right. So I had to will myself to be better. I had to will myself to step up because I was like, I don't want nobody else to have her. Right? I'm not the man she deserves. I was like, I'm literally not the man she deserves, but I'm going to force myself. I'm going to will myself to be better because I don't want nobody else to have her. His response was fight or flight. I chose to fight. He chose flight. His response is, I'm not the man she deserves. So instead of trying to be better, I'm going to find a woman that doesn't deserve me.
Wow.
You putting it together there, Walt.
Hey, that was deep. That was deep.
Together.
You just it's not that all men are that way or that he's running game. It's just that you have to really determine what type of man that you're dealing with. And don't jump. Sometimes women jump quickly into relationships. I shouldn't say women, people. Jump in quick relationships without truly vetting somebody. And you end up learning quickly that this person is not who you thought that they were. And when you find that out, you have to be able to have the discernment to set the boundary and leave, as opposed to making adjustments in order just to keep them around so that you're not alone.
Wow.
So, well, I got a question though, because it takes time to really figure out who a person is, not even who they really are, just who they are. So, so let's say you're in this thing 3, 4, 6, 7 months, a year, 2 years, and now you're like, yeah, this ain't the person. So now, I mean, what do you do with that? Because do you decide at this point, hey, I'm gonna go forward and figure this? Is there more to figure out, or you say, this is probably not going to work for me? Do I now move on to someone else?
It depends on the person. Everybody got some shit with them.
Ooh.
So you determine whether or not this person is worth the struggle. Is perseverance and patience the answer, or is it time to know when to say it's to cut the ties and let go? That's any relationship with anybody, whether that's romantic or friendly. Certain people, the good outweighs the bad. You're like, I can put up with a little shit because all this, it's the 80-20, and You know, for me, I can do 80-20. I prefer 90-10. But
Can
once
you
it
do
starts
70-30?
eh,
60-40?
you know, 70-30 gets a little sketchy. It depends. That's 70. That's a good 70. That better be
That's average.
some high quality
That
70.
means that's where the majority of people are if it's average.
I can't do it. I don't want average. I don't want to live a normal life. That's not what I want.
I mean, nobody shoots for average, but can you end up being average because of your level of commitment to the relationship as opposed to you believing that something better is out there?
I feel
I mean,
like
my man,
Is it really a belief that there's something better, or is it that where you are is just not the best for you?
I think Kenny Rogers said it best. Sometimes you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them too.
yeah, know when to walk away, know when to run.
There you go.
Don't count your money while you sitting at the table.
Hey,
It'll be time enough for counting when the evening's done.
So, like I said, I feel like my shit ain't regular. So it takes me a while to fall in love. I'm not going to fall in love quickly because when I love really hard. And I get committed to the commitment. I don't want to quit. I don't want to be wrong about you. And a lot of times if I fall in love, I will stay in a relationship possibly longer than I should have because I don't want to give up. I'm not a quitter. And so because of that, because I know how hard I love, I'm a tough nut to crack.
All right. Well, that sounds good, Walt.
that's tough. That was tough. That was a bar.
I know I ain't even trying to personalize it,
Yeah.
but shit, look where y'all go from there. Okay, that's tough.
That was a straight bar, yo. Like I was like, I had to jot a note down real quick, dog. But that's true. Because I mean, if you think about love, love is putting somebody's wants and needs before your own. Like if we really want to go there, and we can go down the biblical line,
Lord.
but love is deep. So you know what I'm saying? So you can't, when you say that you love somebody, you have to understand the totality of what you're actually telling that person. So like when Walt said that, you know, he takes his time because he knows that once he's in love, he's gonna love them hard. And it's gonna be a 12-round fight, and it's gonna go the distance. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be a knockout blow here or there. And I agree with him. That was honestly one of in my journey prior to getting married, I had to learn how to love because I didn't know how to love. You know, had my heart broken a couple times in college, and I was kind of like, "Fuck love. I'm just gonna do me. I'm gonna be a whore."
Know how to heal.
Yeah, and then I had to heal, and then once I healed, I had to learn how to love. And then once I learned how to love, it involved a serious commitment. So there were people that I dated even after I learned how to love, and I had to be willing to walk away from them because I felt that it wouldn't be advantageous to the both of us for us to stay together.
Mm.
So even going through biblically, I'm learning that love is a choice. Like when I talk to mom and dad, they pretty much say they decided on a regular basis that they were going to love every day. Like that's the way it went down. Yeah. Like regardless of who that person was, some of that stuff just didn't even matter. Like you get to a point where things just don't even matter. So the love at that point is every day I wake up, I decide I'm going to love this person. The problem is that if we wake up one day and decide that we're not going to love this person or we don't want to love this person, it gets a little complicated.
That does, but then honestly, we have this conversation a lot when we're kicking it in the hotel on the brocation, and we look
which by the way, Miami looking real good right now.
Okay,
Miami.
we're talking about that offline.
Miami always looks good,
but we still gonna talk about that offline. But mom and dad, we oftentimes say, and I think we've taken turns in saying this, that mom and dad's example is one that is hard to achieve because you don't see that often.
Right.
Like I say it's impossible to achieve because they did it so early in their lives that you can't even catch up. Because
right.
of the laws of physics, you can't catch up. So I decided long ago, even though my parents, they didn't tell you how to live, they showed you by living themselves. And I appreciate that tremendously. But I cannot use them as a mirror. I have to live my own life. And I decided a couple minutes ago, when I say minutes, I'm talking years, that there's no way I'm going to, there's no way I can achieve the feat that they achieve. So I have to, this is my life, and I need to be, doing what I need to do in order to have it fulfilled. And I'm not going to have what they have, because quite frankly, the clock has passed me. So I'm never going to have what they had. So, but I'm gonna have what I have. So I'm going to make the best out of that. And that's what I decided. And I felt like that was very liberating for me, just to come to that decision, because
to be honest with you, like Jeff and Jay Wendell, like you all are at a certain age in your life where, time is of the essence. Like right now, as far as Black men that can you let me finish, brother? Like, just let me finish and clear the thought out, and then
I just want to correct you.
Just hold on. Let me finish it. But the thing is like you all are at the place to where your best days are still ahead of you, and you don't want your best days to be filled with turmoil. That's one thing that I can say. Like even when we discuss things off air, like y'all don't want your best days filled with turmoil. You want it actually, as you said, you want that compliment. You want that thing that's going to come beside y'all and y'all can walk through life making things better than what they already have, because you all have achieved some monumental things in your lives. And there's still more things for you all to achieve. And you don't want anybody that's going to hamper that, that's going to not necessarily coast it, but you're still at a place to where you're ascending. And when you're at a place to where you're ascending, you want somebody that can ascend with you. You don't want somebody that while you're ascending, they're more like an anchor to your ascension.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you. I mean, one of the things that I know as I matriculate through life, one of the things that I kind of tend to look for or want to have is that I'm always going to be goal oriented. So, Jay Wendell took one approach to it. My approach is I still think that I can achieve that feeling that my dad have every day. I still believe that. I believe that it's going to take time. I believe that it's going to take work. I believe that it's going to take effort, but I believe that it's achievable, because for me, dad has been my standard for forever. So it is my goal to do better than he did. Even if it's for one day, that is my goal to do better than he did. And that's being married, that's being professional. He is retired right now. My goal is to retire before he retired. That's my goal. So dad has always been my standard. So he drives me, and he doesn't even realize how much he drives me, but he drives me on a daily basis. And so I can't say that clock has passed me. I mean, again, for Jay Wendell, that might work. For me, I still believe it's attainable, and I'm still going to find it, and I'm still going to have it.
Go get it, bro. I like it.
Right. And the approach I take is I'll compete with myself. You know what I mean? I can't, as I say, I stand by my statement. I'll just have to compete with myself and try to be better than I was the day before, the year before.
Yeah, that sounds like some middle child shit right there.
Well, I am the middle child, so I got a lot of middle child shit. But, hey, Walt, you better let them know.
Hey, Walt, what you got to say, Walt?
You guys are talking about, Jay and Jeff, you guys are talking about two different things. Jay is saying that he feels like he can't achieve what your parents have achieved because of, the length of time. Like you're talking about, 30 years, 50 years of marriage, however long they've been married, that time, 50, that time has passed him. There's, he got 30 summers left. I don't know, right? That's where we at, right? And so he's like, there's no way I can get 50 in right now, right? And what Jeff is saying is, it's the intensity of the time that he has left. He still feels like he can achieve the intensity of love that your parents share in the time frame that's left. So you guys are really comparing apples to oranges. So, Jay, you can still achieve that intensity, but you're right, you can't achieve the time. And Jeff, you're right as well. You can achieve the intensity as well. And I think that when you look at love, people don't realize that love is a verb, it's an action. You right. Telling me I love you and you're not doing nothing about it, you're not working, then somebody's not, you don't feel love, you're not getting it. Love is a verb. The saying, especially since you're religious, they say one loves for which one labors, and one labors for which one loves.
Right.
So your parents decided a long time ago, I'm going to wake up and serve. It's a service industry. I'm going to wake up and serve this person every day. I'm going to serve them with effort, attention, and that equates to love, right? I'm going to make an effort to understand their perspective. I'm going to make an effort to understand why they did the thing that might have hurt me, and know that, and be forgiving enough to know that they did not come, or whatever they did not come from a place of malice, and I need to be forgiving of that. That's love. Love and understanding. Love, understanding, and service are hand in hand, right? And a lot of people, once you stop understanding, right, where you're like, I don't know why she acting like this. Once you start getting to the point where you're not understanding anymore, or you refuse to understand, you get tired of forgiving, then the love is go. Once that trust, understanding, and service, or you know what, I ain't doing that no more. I ain't putting in that type of work no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go out. I'm not gonna take it out, whatever it may be. Once you start saying, I refuse to understand, or I don't understand, or I'm not gonna do this no more for you because you ain't doing it for me, or I can't forgive you anymore for this. Once you start saying, I don't understand, I'm not gonna forgive, ultimately saying you're not gonna love. So as long as you keep that in a relationship, you'll be fine.
That boy good.
That boy good.
That boy good. That boy real good.
I see why you got casted for Ready for Love.
Hey.
I will say this honestly, I did not even want to be on it. Tell you the truth, at first.
We ain't gonna talk about.
We don't believe that. That's bullshit.
And we're not going to discuss it.
We're not going to discuss it. We here because we want you to drop some more gems on us, like you just did.
I do have an interview coming up Saturday at 1. Follow me at What Walt Can Do.
Oh yeah, why don't you tell the people what you got going on? Because you got a lot going on. You got the Black Ski. You got an interview coming up. What can Walt do? What's Walt doing? That's what we want to know.
Doing.
Let's save that to the end. I'm enjoying this love conversation. I really wish that I had, a
Walt, you're going too far. You're going too far, bro. Too far.
That had a demonstration. I mean, I'll talk about
You're really going far now.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
If I start saying what I'm doing now, I want people to hold on to the end to see what I'm doing, right?
Okay.
So that's the whole conversation, because we're dropping gems with the Gordon brothers, right?
There you go.
Gordon boys.
Having a 2-parent household and having that example of how to love, of how to work through things, and how to stay together for that long, that's so important. And I can honestly say the women that I've dated that were raised in a 2-parent household, the experience was so much more peaceful. And dating women that had the daddy issues because their father wasn't there, or even women that had mom issues because their mom wasn't there. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah, because there are some people in this world who are raised on love, and then there's others who've been raised on survival. You know what I mean? And survival was what they were, was the goal, to survive, and not necessarily to love. So
I think
100%.
I think that's a very interesting dynamic when you look at loving a person from a 2-parent household and loving a person from a 1-parent household. Sometimes what the tendency can be, not what it is, but sometimes you can.
That's a general statement there, boy. If somebody
I said can. Yeah. The thing is sometimes you can fall in love with shared trauma. And what can happen is you all go through a trauma together. And if there's no trauma, then there's no building of love. And that's that's one thing that I noticed in my life, in dating people that dating people that grew up with both parents involved in their life, because I'm not going to say a 2-parent household, but where both parents played an active role, where even as they were co-parented, that the ability to work through things, they have more of a tendency to work through conflict as they arise in their relationship. those that I've dated, those, and this is my life, so this is specific to me. This is subjective. All right, those that I've dated that were from a single parent household, their actions would be much different than those from two parent households. The people that I dated that were from single parent households, they more so had the tendency to throw up their hands when times got rough. And not necessarily to try to, hey, how are we going to work through this? How are we going to communicate?
I thought you meant throw up their hands, like throw up their hands.
Oh, no. I don't do the physicalities. Physicalities, I got to walk. Like, I ain't even doing that. I've come too far to throw it all away in some type of domestic dispute. But yeah, just the ability to work through conflict. I have noticed a difference. There have been, an outlier here or there in my life. Like one of the outliers was definitely somebody who was really in the church. They were more in the church than I was at the time, and they were more endearing and tried to work through conflict. I just realized that at the particular juncture in our relationship that we could not grow. And I was willing to walk away because I didn't want to cause them any trauma. Because I had, after healing, I realized that I had caused some trauma to some people in my past. So I didn't want to repeat causing trauma.
Wait a minute.
I know, that's that. Look,
are you saying?
Yeah.
Are you saying?
Yeah, he is.
This guy in the video?
Yeah, he is.
What?
Are
You validating the dude in the video?
Oh, snap.
I'm gonna put it to you like this.
Flag on the plate.
No. Are you saying you are him?
No, I have been him. I would say that I have been him. I have been him.
Oh,
So
shit.
you had self-esteem or problems or problems with insecurity?
No. I have been him from the
Least resistance?
No. I have been him from the standpoint of I caused trauma. I was not him in looking for the path of least resistance, but I have caused some traumas in my past because of the fact that I wasn't ready to love somebody that wanted to love me. And they wanted to love me, and they repeated it. They repeated it throughout the course of our situationship.
Jason, that sounds real close, bro.
Jason, I have a question. Was it?
What Walt say?
I have a question for Jason.
Go for it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't embarrass my brother on this.
No, I'm good.
Don't embarrass him.
I'm good. Go ahead, Walt. No fear. I ain't got no fear.
Was it that you weren't ready to love them, or you just didn't love them and you didn't want to admit
Break their heart?
So here, in that particular instance, I wasn't even in a place to where I could love them. I was at a place in my life when I was dealing with this young lady to where I was in a free-flowing mode. I was like the wind,
But for those in the back, what does that mean?
I was a whore. Okay, I was in my whole phase.
Oh, you coming all the way out.
Yo, this is being recorded, right?
Man, I ain't got no fear.
This is around the world, right?
Hey, it's okay. Like, it's okay.
You telling the world that you a dirty dick.
I was. It's on the flag.
Dirt Diggler.
I was. In my early 20s, I was.
Called college.
He's playing, y'all.
Okay, so let me throw you a lifeline. How
He's playing, y'all. He ain't serious.
You saying early 20s, so you what now?
I'm 42.
Okay, all right. So that was years ago.
That was years ago.
Right.
And I wasn't in a place to where I could even receive love because I was on what I would call my reign of terror. I was out for me. I was doing me. I got my heart broken early in college. I wanted what mom and dad have. I wanted that college sweetheart and to grow old, and that dream went bye-bye early. And when that dream went bye-bye, I was like, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. So,
were you in love with her?
Your answer is right there.
Jason's telling this story. He doesn't even. He can't even picture which woman.
Hey, Walt. His answer is in the silence.
So I'm going to say I am honestly going to say no because I wasn't open.
That's it. Look,
Yeah, I wasn't open to it.
Quit. It wasn't that you wasn't open to it. You just wasn't in love with her. That's it.
Okay.
You wasn't in love with her.
All right.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
So it's like, I mean, when I met my late wife, I was in the peak of, I just finished pledging. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was Hallmark, like, you understand where I was? Like, I was at Morgan State. It was like 27-1. You know, and I'm not gonna say, you know,
if you took somebody else's 27.
Hey, I'm
54.
I was trying to get all 20. I was trying to get my 27 work. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. But you know, when I met, what happened with you, what I think what happened with you, Jason, is that you met a good woman. You know, she was probably great on paper. She probably treated you right and loved your dirty draws, despite how trifling you was. And you was like, I could see what my life would be like with this woman. But whatever it was, for whatever reason, you weren't in love with her. That happens to men all the time. There's women that you like, man, I should love this woman. I want to love her.
Now you going behind the veil.
Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah, I mean,
love that woman, and it is what it is. Because I was at the peak of my hoe phase when I met this woman, and it's always when you're not looking is when you fall in love. I wasn't looking to fall in love. I was looking to be a hoe. I'm at a black college. I'm ready. I'm going, damn. And then I met her, and I was like, I got to get my shit together.
Yo,
you know, am I really about
to look, brothers,
hang up and retire my jersey? And if so, and for real, and if so, is she worth it? And I decided that she was worth it. She was worth. And I was like, she is a dime. She's a doctor. She 5'10". She athletic, is good breeding, and she loved my dirty draws. Like, she loved my dirty draws. Like, I didn't have no money. I didn't have no money. Every basketball player, every football player wanted her. And she was like, I'm going to sit up in this apartment with you. You borrowing the electricity from your next door neighbor. I got the orange cable.
Hey.
That's struggle love, baby. Struggle love.
That's struggle, baby.
Tell it all.
Be with me. No, you know what? This is the one. This is the one. And the bottom line, Jason, she wasn't the one, man. Stop beating yourself up over that bullshit.
Oh, no. Hey, look, let me tell you. I'm done beating myself up over it.
But whoa. Why was she not the one? Why was she not the one?
Why was she not the one for Jason?
Because
why was she not the one for you?
Who?
No. That
wasn't the one.
That was the one.
No, she was the one. She was the one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I said you Jason.
Now the problem becomes finding the other one.
You
the
know
problem becomes finding the other one. Who's next? We know who the leading lady was, but who's going to be the last lady? That's the question.
Who's going to be the lady?
We know who the first lady was, but who's going to be the last lady? Okay?
That's up to you. That's up to the man.
That's on you. That's subjective. So like I can honestly say, Walt, that's true. And I mean, to be honest with you, I at that particular time when I was going through that healing phase, I had to look at myself and had to look at my actions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew where I was at that particular point in time. If she was going to be it, we tried to actually, no, we didn't try to reconnect later because actually after that experience, she actually gave up on men altogether. That's a whole nother story for another day.
So you turned her gay?
Yeah, he did.
Wow. Did you at least have fun with her before she went all the way gay? His camera froze, y'all. That joker camera froze.
But needless to say, it was a good time in college. I enjoyed my time at Howard University. It wasn't as high as Morgan at that particular point in time. Howard has since gone up to about 26-1, but it was about 11-1, and I still had 10 more to get. So
if she went gay after you, that's not your fault. She already had that curiosity in mind. You can't make no woman go gay.
Hey,
my man,
that ain't nothing to be ashamed of.
You healed my heart. You healed me.
you should have got a midriff. What you all the way in.
Jason, what you should have did is opened up her mind and found out she already had that curiosity. Maybe that would have changed your relationship. You didn't bring that out.
Hey, Walt, let me tell you. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to. We're not going.
He's like, I said enough. This is being recorded.
We're not gonna talk.
This is being recorded.
Talk about that offline.
Yeah, we talk about that later. Yeah.
This has been Memorial. This has been
I'm
Memorial.
already scared for Jason. He gonna get his ass whooped when he get offline.
I mean, whooped.
And I can't save you, bro.
Hey,
Nope.
so next week, if I have on shades, y'all already know what happened.
Yeah, we already know.
And we'll know you walked into a door.
Hey, look, so in our chat, somebody actually wanted to come out and it looks like Taisha White says some of y'all 2-parent household folks can be a whole mess too, and she laughed.
Yup.
And she laughed
And
at.
quite frankly, I wanted to say this earlier in the conversation. There's not always a difference. It's not always a difference.
You're right.
You know, it depends on the individual, to be honest with you, because some people who come from 2-parent household don't even fare as well as those who come from 1-parent household.
Correct.
So I never really saw a real difference. Now, if you could have issues if you come from a 1-parent household and the other parent is not involved because he just doesn't want to be involved. Not because he's died or expired or lacks the capacity to be involved. That might create some problems, but I don't think there's a difference between a 1-parent and a 2-parent household when both parents are loving that child.
And I did, and I don't know if you all caught that, but I did make that distinction though.
Mhm.
I'll say, go ahead, Jason, go ahead.
Oh no, yeah, I just wanted to clear that up. I did make that distinction where both parents were active in their lives. They may not have been in the same household, but they were actively loving on that particular young lady.
You know, we may need to clarify and say a 2-parent household in which the parents have a successful, loving marriage and continue to love. Because if you're in a 2-parent household and they're just really there for the kids, and the parents and the kids see there's no real intimate interaction, you know what I'm saying? And that could be just as, if not more, hurtful, you know, psychologically, mentally, emotionally, than actually a 1-parent that's really loving. But ultimately, no matter what household the woman comes from, like I said, everybody has some stuff with them. And it's a matter of whether or not you're willing to hold their hand through that trauma.
Yep. I think it skips a generation anyway. You know, you got these people who have these great relationships, these loving relationships, and then their kids go off and they get divorced or they don't get married or whatever the situation may be. And then their kids go off. The first thing they do is get married and stay married and all that. So I kind of think sometimes it skips a generation. How do y'all feel about that?
I think it depends upon how you respond to it. You can have a father that's an alcoholic. One kid never drinks alcohol a day in his life, and the other kid becomes an alcoholic. Right. So you can't determine, like, just because his dad's an alcoholic, he's going to be an alcoholic. He may go the exact opposite. You know, life is 10% what happens and 90% how you respond to it. So some women, you know, I know my dad wasn't in the household. I had a stepfather that was there for a while, but my dad wasn't there. And so my mentality was always, I'm going to be there every day for my child. If and when I ever have a child, I want to be there every day. I don't want to miss a step. But I also have, you know, friends that whose father wasn't there. And although they say they want to be there for their child, I can tell by their actions, they're like, well, I ended up all right. You'll be all right.
Damn. Well, there you have it. That's tough. So, well, we're getting down to the last 9 minutes, and I think inquiring minds want to know, you say you got something else on the table. What can you talk about? Like, what's going on that, you know, I can tell everybody that this is what I'm doing now or in the next 4 to 8 weeks?
So, won the ski trip, blackout weekend, Lake Tahoe.
Lake Tahoe.
Lake Tahoe, California.
Wow, that's dope.
It's on the California-Nevada line, Lake Tahoe. Blackout weekend, March 10th through the 13th. It's the week before my birthday. On my birthday, I'm supposed to be going to Ghana, so I'm celebrating in America the week before. Please come out and celebrate with me. I think at least 5 to 6 other people from the cast, Aisha, Courtney, some of the guys said they're coming out. So we're gonna make it. It should be real. It's one of the biggest Black ski weekends on the West Coast.
Well,
Bro,
can I tell you something? Can I tell you
Hey,
something?
look, my birthday's next week. I'm celebrating all year long.
Double
Bro,
nickels, baby. Double nickels.
Double nickels, baby. Double
me.
nickels.
Follow me
We
on
doing
IG.
it.
Hey, Walt, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
And this is gonna be hard to take, but the ladies on the Ready to Love, yeah.
That was
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
that's it.
leave it there. Leave it there.
I have no idea what that meant, but
I know you
okay.
don't. I know you don't.
Hey, Walt, what's your IG? You said follow you on IG so I can put it in our chat.
What Walt can do, and for more information, DM me and I'll send you the link to the ski weekend. And if you put the code WALT, WALT, you get a discount. So make sure you use the code to get a discount on the whole party weekend. I'm trying to think what else is happening. I have an interview coming up Saturday with Little Black Book, and I've really been holding back most of the interviews just because, the way I was raised, we don't talk. I try to protect women's images and things, but right now,
What the hell does that mean? We ain't supposed to talk about it, but in general, what is that?
I'm talking about the interview. I'm talking about
pimps move in silence.
No, I'm just saying, I'm talking about the interview, and it's not, like I said, I was raised never say anything bad about a woman in public. But at this point, I really feel like I need to tell my truth because lies are being spewed, and
ain't no lies being spewed.
It makes no sense for things to go that way when I've been nothing but protective and supportive, and of Black women, and that's what I've always protected Black women. Black women, you always hear we're so unprotected, and then when somebody's protecting you, you throw them underneath the bus or you start telling lies. It's just, come on, baby. So I'm just.
What you talking about? What?
I know he sound a little hurt, don't he?
Hey, brothers, hold on. Walt, where's that interview?
I have to say that I'm hurt.
Okay, where's the interview?
The interview's on Little Black Book. Like I said, follow me on what Walt can do. The post that I just posted recently talks about the interview, and the link is in his bio. And like, honestly, I'm going to tell you, I'm always hurt by when I'm protecting somebody, and it's like being hurt by a friend. You know what I mean? Being like, I'm a little hurt, but I'm not going to attack anybody. That's not my MO. I'm not going to go on attack mode. All I want to do is tell the truth. All I want to do is tell my side, my truth. That's really all I want.
Well, I got some truth to tell. I've been knowing Walt for a long time. Okay. Got nothing but respect for this man. This man has been through a lot. He's come through a lot, and he helps a lot of people. And I'm not just talking about women. I'm talking about men alike. There's no one who asks him for help or who he feels he needs to help or protect that he won't help or protect. So I got a lot of respect for you. So whatever you're gonna say on this interview, man, let all that shit out. Okay, don't hold nothing back. Give them everything they want. You know what I mean? Fuck the truth, tell a few lies too. You know what I mean? Shit, right? Get it cracking up in that motherfucker. Put them on the back foot, okay? You've been fighting on the back foot for the last 2 to 3 weeks. Put them on the back foot. You know what I mean?
I'm hitting the violence button. That's me hitting the violence button right there. Hitting the violence button.
Let them be on the back foot, Let them see if they can connect with a check hook or something. You know what I mean?
Indeed, yo. Because I mean, often
because what I'm hearing from you, brother, I'm hearing a little pain in the tenor of your voice. You know what I mean? I'm hearing like you got something on your chest that you really want to get off, and that you feel like you were disaffected or abused, or not abused, but you weren't treated with the dignity and respect that you were affording this other person. So we're gonna watch Black Book?
Good old Black Book.
We're gonna watch the good old Black Book, but I don't want to see no nice guy shit still on that protection shit. I want to see some real stuff. Okay.
This Saturday at 1, so that's happening. I don't think anything else that's happening. I still train boxers. I still coach boxing.
The approach I take is I'll compete with myself. What was that?
No, don't worry about it. That was just it. I accidentally pulled it up trying to put stuff in the chat.
Oh, he edited and splicing all that shit he was saying. That's what he getting all that stuff out the record. That's what he doing.
I'm trying to. What I'm
got
trying
the whole
to do
show on the cutting room floor right now. He's like, that's the last you're gonna hear about any of this shit I said.
All that shit, delete.
Hey, look, the good part is everything that I've said, she already knows. So it is what it is. So this isn't new information that's coming out tonight.
But your kids don't know though.
It's not even, to be honest with you, that's not even something that I'd be ashamed of when they get on the internet for that. So I'm good.
Well, there you go. There you have it.
Yeah.
Look, man, I think that's going to wrap up the show. We got another 3 minutes here. Look, we really appreciate you being here and showing your vulnerabilities, showing how your feelings have been deeply hurt by this woman. You got jilted. God damn. My man Walt got jilted on international TV. That is not what I expected of you, Walt. That is not what I expect of AI. You okay?
Oh.
You got jilted on international TV. How you let that happen? Okay.
You took it too far with all the deeply idea. It was you took it way too far. It wasn't that serious. I didn't know her that long. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you sitting up here sound like you about to cry when you talk about it. I'm like, God damn, well, it was TV, man. It's acting, okay? Everybody.
Walt could make up his mind. Once he started making his mind,
Wasn't acting.
He had too many choices.
Brothers.
I know it wasn't acting for me. I'll say that. It really wasn't acting.
Oh, yes, it was. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was acting for Walt too, okay? Walt is a tremendous actor and own Disney, all the directors and producers out there, holler at Walt. He's a great actor. Even as he's on this show, he's doing some wonderful acting. Y'all feel sorry for him, don't you? I feel sorry for him, okay? So Walt is a wonderful actor. He's really good for dramatic roles. He can also do comedy, okay? So he's multi-talented. And we want to see more of Walt. Ladies and gentlemen, let the world know we want to see more of Walter Maxfield Jones on the T2.
Hey, look, and to those of y'all who haven't watched the show, watch the show. I actually went through. I watched the show, and it was a good show. So watch it. That's all I'm gonna say. Watch it.
I ain't gonna lie. Well, I found the show by accident, man. I was flipping through channels. I looked up and I was like, yo, I know that guy right there. What the hell is going on? And then I started watching the show. I was like, for real? Oh, okay. Let me just watch a little bit more of this.
Okay. So, y'all, that's going to do it for us for In Brotherly Love. Look, we're going to be right back at you next week, next Wednesday, 7 o'clock. Look, if life goes on, the creek don't rise, and nothing happens, we're going to be right back, okay? So next week, Wednesday, 7 o'clock, don't forget us, In Brotherly Love. Jason, Jeff, what's up?
We back next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. We'll be right back at you. This is In Brotherly Love. Thank you for tuning in, but we back.
Hey, don't be afraid out there, folks. Black love still exists. Black men are still looking for black women to grow with.
We look for the queens.
You're still looking for black queens, black women, grand rising queens, however you want to say all of those little phrases, the whole nine. Black men are still looking for sisters to grow old with and to love for the rest of their days. So we're not afraid to love. Don't y'all be afraid to love us. Walter Maxfield Jones, let's go on ahead and close us out with another one of them bars, yo.
First of all, I'd like to thank, the Gordon brothers and Brotherly Love for having me on the show again. Every time I'm on the show, I always have a great time. And anytime y'all want me on the show, I will be on it. We are, as they say, black men are still looking for black women. And if you want to call them queens, just don't forget that we're kings.
There you go. And look, if y'all can DM Walt, if y'all want to DM him, show your face and keep your drawers on, keep your panties on. We don't want none of that going on. But
keep for yourself.
Anyway, look, we'll see y'all next week.
Hey, brotherly love.
We'll be right back at you.
Make
Yes,
sure you guys
indeed.
get tuned to Brotherly Love every week, man.
And
For real.
watch Walt this Saturday on Black Book,
Little Black Book.
Little Black Book at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. That's p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right.
All right.
sir.
I'm out.
Thank you, brothers.
Yep.
We out.